Hello everyone, this is Jackie from the Oracle Times, and this is going to be the weekly forecast reading for the week of 19th of October 2020. And I may as well announce the 20th of October is my 20th, listen to me, the 2020 part stuck. The 19th of October is my birthday, so it's for my birthday week. Right, so I'm going to repeat as I always do that I'm recording from the Bushveld in South Africa. It's a beautiful day here today. The sun is shining, other than the wind, and we don't normally get wind in the Bushveld, so weather's a bit strange. So the internet can be a little bit dodgy, but I never disappear for long. I'm back quite promptly, so hang in there. If I do disappear, I come back again. Also, if you'd like a personal private reading with me, and I do an amazing soulmate reading, please contact me via my website. Those links will be in the description box below. So what I did last week was I said you guys must think of a question that you would like an answer for. Think on it just before you go to sleep. Think carefully, have clarity on it, and I will pick up on some of those questions and I will answer them for you. So let's see whose questions get answered this week. All in all, doesn't matter if it was your question I answer or not, there will be something in there that answers a question for you, okay? These are picking up readings that I'm doing. So instead of looking at the prevalent energies sort of globally, I'm kind of tuning more in on you guys that watch these videos. So let's see what questions get answered for you this week, all right? Okay, so first card up is Death Rebirth. Aha. So, change. There's big change coming. There's a big shift coming. Something old and finished and had it. Look at those skulls. Quite scary, actually. But there's a beautiful golden egg in there, okay? So there's definitely something that is old and had it and finished and done with and dusted, and you just want it out of your life. There's a shift coming there. There's a change coming there. So whoever asked about that, when will this end? Well, this is the week where you start seeing it coming to an end, and there's the promise of the golden egg, okay? There's a promise of something better, shinier, more positive, with great potential to start this week for you. Someone's question was answered, if not more than one person's. Okay. Next card up. Oh, okay. That is the Ace of Swords. Or, sorry, Nine of Swords. I'm saying Ace, Nine of Swords. It's a beautiful card. I'm looking at it. Okay. And there's clarity here. There's the lotus. The lotus is the blossoming of something new. Her third eye is completely open. She's very receptive. I would say that this is something that you have gone through, that tested you, it tried you, tested you possibly to your limits. I think that's why all those skulls, there's a lot of things that kind of left, a lot of debris left behind, but it's about to shift and it's about to change, okay? So I'm picking that up from it. Next card up is the Father. He's the head of the family. He's quite confident in being that. He knows what to do. He knows how to use his resources sustainably. He now knows how to harness his resources. He can take responsibility for and look after everybody. So there's definitely that kind of story coming up. So maybe for many of you or some of you, it's been a case of you've had difficulty keeping your resources, being able to use them sustainably, gaining resources to use them sustainably. You've been through a lot, but that's about to change now. The darkness, the insecurity, the uncertainty, the debris is about to give way, okay, to that golden egg. And it comes with a certain amount of clarity, but there was definitely a lot of sacrifice in here, okay? There was a lot of sacrifice. We can see that there's skulls in that first one. But you're going to see the first signs of that shift this week into a position where you feel like you are the head of your life, where you feel like you can use your resources sustainably, where you can harness them, where you can find them, where you can run things. You know what the head of the household, we're talking sort of traditionally speaking here, okay? This is a very traditional picture that we're using here. But it's someone that has authority. He knows how to use it. He knows how to work with finances. He knows how to bring them in. He knows how to give them to everybody equally. He knows how to bring in the food. He knows how to keep everybody healthy and happy with the resources, okay? This is quite resource orientated, in other words, more materialistically. This is an interesting reading. Okay. And the final card in this one, okay, now this is the Ace of Air. Okay, so what is coming up here then is clarity, complete clarity. The cutting of all those old ties that were draining you, that were making you, were sort of draining your energy and your resources as well. That gets cut. You have a clean cut coming this week, starting this week. And you have clarity about the way forward. And this is the beginning of that. And clarity of intention for the week coming up. Okay? Interesting. So, questions answered there. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. Okay, first card up, fork in the road. I knew there was a choice or decision to make. I'm not surprised this card came up. There's definitely a choice or decision to be made this week. But I always say when this card comes up that it's not a case of it's suddenly sprung on you. You have been approaching this fork in the road this for a while now. You've known a decision needs to be made. You know there's a choice that needs to be made. This card comes up because this choice is obvious often, and I say obviously because I think maybe it is obviously. Either the heart and the mind have two different ideas of what you want. Your heart is saying one thing and your mind is saying another. I'm always inclined to say, being a Libran, go with what your heart says. Okay, let's see what the oracle card says. Time for a nap. Right, so before you make that choice or decision, literally go and have a nap. Take a time out. Sleep, okay, have a good night's sleep, or go and do something completely out of having to make that choice. Give yourself a little bit of a break. You know that choice or decision. Oh, and there's a moth right here now. And the moth is metamorphosis. It is coming out into something new. And the moth, you know, the butterfly is always about a change for the better, but the moth comes out of this card. That's what it looks like where the moth comes out of. We're speaking metaphorically speaking now. So it's kind of this metamorphosis through trial, okay, that has been happening. But he's like the butterfly. He also comes from a caterpillar and he changes into something brand new with wings. Right, so something has to be left behind. Something has run its course. It's time you left it. So you need to make a choice or decision. Go and have a good rest first. Literally, if you can have a good nap before you make this choice or decision, do that. Because you're going to be leaving something behind. It's done and dusted. It's time to leave it. It can be a person, it can be a lifestyle, it can be a career choice, it can be a goal. It may be even an old dream that just didn't live up to its potential or your expectations. Okay. The final card there is by the end of the week, then you will take a deep breath and you will say, let me start with clear new intentions and clarity of thought. So this week, it's kind of like the deck gets cleaned. It's a bit of a mucky deck. That's the word I'm hearing. But you clean it this week. And it definitely needs some kind of choice or decision. Have a nap before you make that choice or decision. But something's going to have to be left behind. Okay? So those are the cards for this week. Quite the reading this week. Okay, now let's not leave the relationships behind. Let's see, are there relationship questions out there that wanted answers? Ooh, a jumpy card. Honeymoon. Okay. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So if there are relationship questions this week, your answer is get out of your normal environment. Go somewhere totally different. Go and have a meal in an Italian restaurant. That's because it's Venice over there, okay? But there's something about getting out of your... If I look at the rest of these cards, the environment has been taxing for you guys, okay? So if the relationship's taking a bit of strain or you're looking for a new relationship, get out of that environment. Now, you can't always literally pack your suitcase. Well, at the moment, the picking up and packing suitcases is like impossible for most of us. Luckily, here in my country, we can travel nicely within the country. So the thing to do is just to go somewhere, like I say, an Italian restaurant or something just really, really different to what you normally do. That has kind of a romantic flair to it, okay? And take your relationship there. Go have supper there or go do something like that there, or go there yourself if you're looking for a relationship, because that's going to be your best bet to either fix relationships, put them back on better footing, make them feel better, or to look for relationships, a new one. That's where you're going to find that your normal environment is just a lot of stuff going on at the moment. That's not the place where you're going to find romance, I don't think. Okay. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So if you are single and you're looking for someone, it's working. Just hang in there. Keep that picture in your mind. Remember to go somewhere totally different, because it's a better chance of finding that soulmate there than in your present environment. Remember, the present environment, it has a lot of our thought patterns in it. It has a lot of our very concrete thought patterns. Do you know that our thought patterns actually make pathways in our brain? In the physical matter brain, there's actually little grooves in there, literally. That is how much we think a same thought. So what happens then is our environment reminds us about all those things, and it creates a kind of energy. And our environment even includes the shops we regularly go to, where we regularly go to work, we have our laundry done, where we have our hair cut, all that kind of thing. So to shift an energy that is stuck, sometimes the best thing to do is to go somewhere totally different, because it shifts your thinking as well, it shifts your energy. Wow, you guys are getting a long message this morning. And then that draws in that kind of person, soulmate stuff, or it can reconnect that kind of soulmate energy with an existing partner. Okay, wow, okay, good messages coming through for you guys. Okay, final relationship card, release your ex. Okay, and I'm not surprised by this, because this is really what I've been talking about now. It's old clingy energy, and it's stuck around, and if you get out of your environment and you get into a new environment, it'll give you a chance to sort of shed that old clingy energy. And this old clingy energy is about disappointments and hurt and expectations that were never fulfilled, either in existing relationships or in an old relationship, that needs to kind of also get cleared out of the deck this week, so that you can have that nice soulmate relationship, either with an existing partner or with a new partner. Wow, okay. I hope that answered questions for a lot of you, okay, and I hope you enjoyed that reading. We'll do it again next week. So, for those of you that watch, think about a question. Think clearly, though. Think with clarity, because I'm not going to pick up on vague, all over this place stuff, okay? And then listen next week to see what answers come for it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking very much. For those that comment, thank you very much. As you will see, I read every comment and I give it a little heart, and sometimes I reply as well. And I'll just repeat, if you'd like a personal private reading or one of my incredible soulmate readings, please contact me via my website. The link will be in the description box below. Blessings and hugs for next week. We'll speak again soon.